Hello and welcome back. I am looking at the Sirui 20mm 1.8 autofocus lens and the Sirui 1.8 75mm manual lens. These two lenses I've been using over the past couple of months, although the 20mm I've only used on a couple of occasions. With this test, as you can see on screen, I'm showing you the graded and slight effects version and just the base Rec 709 with a few minor tweaks, but to be honest, it's pretty much mostly out of can. There's a few drone shots thrown in and a couple, or just one or two other shots which aren't affiliated with either of these two lenses, so yeah, just ignore those for the moment. But I've labeled it so you can see. So these few shots that you're seeing were captured around the filming of Psy's music video, so there were only a few moments here and there where I could film. I just wanted to show some examples of the autofocus at play. We're kicking off with the 20mm. I wanted to show the autofocus working with people and just showing a subject in place. Obviously some of these are testing the 75mm as well. It was really interesting to test the 20mm and against the 75. Now, I did a documentary which I talked about and have put up on my YouTube channel. I used 75mm in that a lot for the interviews, for a lot of the close-ups and a lot of the B-roll, but I had to use a 18mm spherical lens, which worked perfectly fine in the documentary sitting side by side. But here, using a 20mm anamorphic lens 1.33x versus the 75mm Sirui, still matched up even better because it's nice to have anamorphic for both, even though with the 1.3 you don't get that much squeeze. So unless you're shooting something close up, and if in a few cases when Psy was starting off from the track, you can kind of get a bit more of that squeeze factor, but on the general wides it's still so nice to have a autofocus that is, like here for example, picking up the AF, that you don't have to worry about shooting at 1.8 moving and trying to track. With the 75, for me that's now a tried and tested piece of kit for me. It's so good to have the flexibility of using that with the 1.25x squeeze adapter that I use, which effectively gives it a 1.6 feel to the squeeze. So I mean, it is a squeeze, it's not an effect. It basically gives you a very nice widescreen anamorphic field, and it is, I think it's stellar. Using both of them side by side, effortless. I think they work, and obviously grading and colors I don't really have an issue or problem with, but they're easy to match up. And in actual fact, the camera for the 20mm was using the autofocus from the Sony A7S III, and it was the Lumix S5IIX that I was using for Sirui 75mm anamorphic 1.33 plus 1.25x, which again, as I've mentioned, is 1.6. I hope you have enjoyed the experience of seeing the 20mm and the 75mm from Sirui working side by side. Just to remember that the autofocus lens was with pretty much one subject most of the time. It'd be interesting to see how it works with multiple subjects tracking AF, but that's a subject for another video entirely. I think that the 75 and 20 is a perfect companion, getting you nice wides and a close enough focus to be able to pretty much get you 90% of the coverage you might need in a situation, whether it be a documentary or something creative like this. Again, this was a very fast turnaround, and seeing that it was only going to be cut together for a 1-minute social, I think there's plenty enough in there to create a vibe. I've noticed that a lot of people who do watch this channel, which I'm very grateful for, are not actually subscribed. So if you want to consider hitting that button to subscribe, that would be most welcome. And if you have enjoyed or learned anything from this, please do also consider smashing that like button. That's all from me today. Let me know if you have any thoughts or questions in the comments below, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye now.